After day 1 of my high coast trail hike, I was camped at Små Tjärnarna, a bit into my second section of the trail.
Well, good morning. Still pretty tired. It's 7 in the morning. I think I got to sleep at 1. This is gonna be breakfast. I'm gonna try it cold. We'll see. I have another pack, I think, maybe a different flavor. I'm gonna try that hot. Alright, let's try the thing out. Nice and soupy. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Blueberry and vanilla. Definitely taste the vanilla. Oh, there's some actual blueberries in here. Okay. I'm actually out. I'm charging some stuff. Leftovers from yesterday. Stuff I didn't do that I should have done. Might I just want to get going now? I'm gonna eat the rest of this. Probably make a little more of a time lapse, kind of the style I wanted yesterday. You'll see me packing up camp. Hit the trail.
My shelter on this trip was the Mock Drommer, a camping hammock with a sleeping pad inside, keeping the structure stable and allowing you to sleep flat and perpendicular to the hangline. It has a built-in mosquito net, and I'm also using the matching tarp in case of rain. Alright, we are here-ish. This whole water here is that water over there. I haven't found all of these, but I found a shelter. No bathroom or fire pit or anything, but... So we're here somewhere. There's some river things here, and there is a lake here. It's not too far away. I've got almost no water in this. But I do have a fair bit of water in the bladder. No, not that bladder. The water bladder on my backpack. So, I think I might just go with that instead of grabbing water here. This water doesn't look great. And I'd rather take some flowing water. But yeah, we need to do at least this section today. And then hopefully the next one too. The next one might be rough. But we'll get going. One thing I realized from yesterday is that map needs to go somewhere else. I had it on the back of the backpack, which meant I couldn't reach it. Right, well, I'm packed up. I've got a problem. Lost my shades. So, either they're here somewhere, and I'm just blind, which totally could be the case. But also I wasn't using them, I hooked them onto my backpack for quite a while last night. And they were clipped on like here, and they were like not really holding on that well. So more likely I dropped them along the way. Most likely the place where I had sort of in panic dropped my pack and tossed on some more DEET. Now the problem is, that's a fair ways back, or at least some ways back. And I don't exactly know where, so I think what I'm going to do is, I guess, backtrack for a bit. Well, didn't find them. That also means that now I've walked more than a kilometer down a steep scree slope, and then back up. Dropped my pack here, but still, that was a lot of effort. And no shades. Worst of both worlds, but I can't stay here. It's, of course, possible if they're here somewhere and I'm just blind. I don't think so, though. I've looked pretty thoroughly by now. I backtracked a fair bit past the point where I thought I would have dropped the pack, but maybe I just dropped them before. Or I just found this really smart place to put them last night when I was incredibly tired. Anyway, time to get hiking.
The trail soon turned into a boardwalk through some more open sections of woodland with a magical beauty in the morning sunlight. Then joined up with a maintenance road.
I've just been walking this little overgrown forest road for a bit. Nothing special. Suddenly, this view just pops around the corner. That's why I'm here. Pretty dang cool. Okay, so 10 means 10 kilometers on the trail, but I figured it out. So we've actually done 13 on the trail, and I think they moved the start. Actually 13 plus on the trail, which isn't as bad. Whew. Check this out though. That's an okay view. The good news is, we made it to one of the streams. The bad news is, there's no way I can get there. Or I mean, could, but not worth the climb, but to get more water, so worst case I'll have to take it out of the lake. I'd like to take flowing water, but Anyway, the views are just absolutely stunning. I think I'm just about at the bottom of this enormous decline. And then the rest of this section should be pretty flat, which will be nice. He says as he starts climbing again.
The trail emerged into the open countryside and then turned into a roadwalk on tarmac. Cars were going by fairly quickly, but traffic was light and the environment was absolutely beautiful. The lake turned out to be pretty inaccessible from the road, but just after passing that I could fill up with water at a stream. It was turning into a hot day with blazing sunlight, so hiking became quite tiring.
Made it to the ocean. Just had a break here, had some snacks. With Owl Buddy. And now it's time to go. The rest of this section is a gravel road. That's the next marker. And just where that marker is, a fox just dashed across the road, like when I was standing here. That is so cool.
My plan was to reach the nature reserve after the end of the section, to then stop and have lunch at the shelter there. My left foot started developing a blister, but with nowhere to stop on the road, I pressed on. The shelter then turned out to be a ways into the nature reserve, so I eventually found a stone beach to stop at, where I could tend to my poor foot and have lunch. When I finally started moving again, it turned out the shelter was only 100 meters away or so. This section was my first one, graded demanding, and was 12.7 kilometers long. The trail through the nature reserve passed some smaller hills before starting a big climb to the main plateau.
Wow. About 15k in for today. Need to do probably another 6, 7. And it's like this. All upwards, all roots, all rocks. Huh. Huh. It's a cave here. I'd like to see it, but holy It's a bit much to call that a cave, isn't it? It's a tiny one here. Tree covers it. Okay. Probably the other way. No, I'm not going down there. Okay. Sounded more exciting than it was. Oh, they sure ain't getting easier. I'm sweating a river, and I'm running out of water, which isn't a good combo.
The climb totaled 180 meters of elevation gain over some rather difficult surfaces, including roots but also boulder fields.
What the heck? That's not a trail. This section was marked difficult. I think we can check that one off as correct.
Finally, a small side trail led to the very top. Choosing to do even more climbing was tough, but I hadn't come all that way only to stumble at the finish line.
We made it. That's some reward. Holy. We made it! On the top! Sadly, the trail doesn't actually go here. It's like a side trail, 100 meters. So I gotta go back down. But that means at least we've... all that remains is downwards. We gotta chill here for a second though. This is awesome. Interesting things afoot. We finally found more water, which means the pack is now a lot more heavier. So, kind of glad I didn't carry water over the mountain, to be honest. Got attacked by a bird. Or not really. It went wildly flapping. I think it had kids there. Baby birds. And the rain is here. So the media mod is now off of the GoPro. Hopefully the sound isn't too bad. And I'm on my last GoPro battery. My phone is nearly dead. Really need to charge everything at camp tonight. But probably have like 5 kilometers to that. It should just be one like tiny last little uphill bit. And then it's downhill and then flat. So that's nice. It is 10 to 7 though. Found this shelter. Had dinner here. It was pretty nice. Just took it easy for a bit. It is now 8:30. This is the view, by the way. Yeah, I gotta get going because I need to get down there to the coast and then follow it all the way basically over there. And yeah, it's 8:30.
After descending to the exit from the nature reserve, the rest of the section was gravel roads to the small town Köpmanholmen. My last GoPro battery was now all but empty. According to the guidebook, camping was allowed at the ocean baths. However, when I arrived there were no signs at all. There's also camping at the marina, so I soldiered on, but that turned out to only have tent spaces, and with me hammock camping, that was a no-go. It was getting very late and I had already hiked much further than I had planned. I needed somewhere to string a hammock, but by now I was already in the town. I pushed on, desperately forcing my exhausted legs to keep walking.
In the hammock. Everything is scuffed. I hiked far longer than I thought I would today. Recording this on my iPhone too, just because. I'm stealth camped in a tiny little patch of forest inside a settlement, basically. There's industrial noises in the background. I'm not too far from a road, so far from the nature experience I wanted, but hey, I need sleep, and everything was full or wrong or whatever. So, setup is really scuffed. I really hope that it holds, because tomorrow morning it's supposed to start raining. Anyway, good night.